Good morning, grade 12. Today we will continue discussing human genetic disorders. This is part 3 of section 14.2. The objective of this section is to identify chromosomal disorders and the effects of errors in meiosis. Let's see, what are chromosomal disorders? Most of the time, the process of meiosis works perfectly, and each human gamete will get exactly 23 chromosomes. However, every now and then, something goes wrong. The most common error in meiosis occurs when homologous chromosomes they fail to separate. This mistake is known as nondisjunction, which means they are not coming apart. You can see in this figure what should happen in the process of meiosis. At the end, you will have 4 cells with n number of chromosomes. In nondisjunction, you will have also 4 cells, but one of them is missing a chromosome, and this missing chromosome is in the sister cell. If nondisjunction occurs during meiosis, gametes with an abnormal number of chromosomes may result, leading to a disorder of chromosomal numbers. For example, if 2 copies of an autosomal chromosome they fail to separate during meiosis, an individual may be born with 3 copies of the same chromosome. This condition is known as trisomy, meaning 3 bodies. The most common form of trisomy involving 3 copies of chromosome 21, as you can see in the figure, is Down syndrome. Down syndrome is characterized by mild to severe mental retardation and a high frequency of certain birth defects. Non-disjunction of the X chromosome can lead to a disorder known as Turner syndrome. A female with Turner syndrome usually inherits only one X chromosome instead of 2, so there would be a loss of a second sex chromosome. Women with Turner syndrome are sterile, which means they are unable to reproduce. Their sex organs they do not develop properly at puberty. Another kind of chromosomal disorders is Klinefelters Syndrome. Usually, in males, it results from the inheritance of an extra X chromosome which interferes with meiosis, and usually it prevents these individuals from reproducing. So you would have a male with 2 X's and 1 Y. The X chromosomes, they contain genes that are vital for the survival and development of an embryo. End of section 14.2. Thank you for the attention.